associates come
Okay.
from.
Yeah, and then for DNA, then their DNA gets all.
Okay, so where do you want me to stick them all?
Let's grab a piece of the big bamboo,
Okay.
and we can stick it in the starboard box.
Okay. The branched one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just kind of waiting for, things that I knew would need better IDs.
Oh, there's 2 crazy birches here. And so, okay, so we want the branched bamboo. Santiago, are you going to want the unbranched bamboo as well? Nothing. Okay. Starboard box for the branched bamboo. Is that okay, Dita?
Starboard bio box, yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Because this will be negative.
Yeah. Is that a promise? Should I secure the vertical?
It should sink quite easily, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Great. How about that much?
That looks perfect. Yeah, not too much, because then Chris won't know what to do with it. Right?
That's right.
Just a little haircut.
I'm opening the starboard bio box.
Okay, sounds good. I'm holding the controller like you do, right?
Oh.
I've never done that before. My hands have just gotten tired of the other way.
Sample salvo?
Sometimes you're just going to switch it up.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you can sample salvo. Now the question is going to be whether I can actually use the trigger this way. Oops. Or the arm. we're going to need to secure the port vert. Do you know how to do that?
Is that in relay isolation?
Yeah, go for it.
And that was port vert command.
Oh, sorry, starboard vert.
Oh, sorry. There you go.
There we go. So it's a bit bushy.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. So bushy. Okay. Are there other things from this area that you guys want?
Can we suction the little cup coral?
Yeah.
So on the
definitely
dead
can.
coral branch above the anthomastus.
Yeah, I see that. Do you think there's more things to put in the starboard bio box?
Not here.
Okay. You can secure the starboard bio box then.
Yeah, and
Go ahead.
I was gonna suggest also sampling the enallopsammia would be great.
Do you know what he's...
The enallopsammia,
Yeah, the white one.
there's a lot of them around. We might find one that's easier to grab. Than
Oh,
Which
yeah,
one
yeah.
is this? Is it...
I didn't mean like specifically here if it's
Oh.
hard, just as a target.
Which one is it?
The enallopsammia are the white or yellow fans.
Okay.
But
I don't think
It's
there's
like-
anything super hard to grab about these
That one
here.
there?
Yeah, is that not too far?
No. No. I think it should be good. Did you want me to grab the cup coral?
Yeah.
Okay. And the enallopsammia, is that what you call
Samia?
it? Samia?
Yeah.
Is that a starboard box, perhaps? Like, that looks kind of heavy?
It's heavy, it'll sink, but it's also extremely fragile.
Okay. So maybe
So-
front box.
Might be a front box.
Okay.
It might be, yeah, it might be hard to hold while you slew around.
Gotcha. Okay, great. Haven't picked up the suction sampler yet, so I should probably start with that.
Okay.
Okay.
Data, which sample jars are free?
We have all the sample jars open. So we start with
Okay.
one.
Perfect.
So I think for this one, we're going to go forward box.
Yeah. Really all depends on how it breaks off.
Right. It is extremely fragile. The
Yeah.
whole thing broke off.
Yeah.
And I had it pretty well centered.
I am not surprised. They're notoriously challenging to pick up.
Are you ready for forward box open?
Do you have some in your hand?
I don't even think I do.
I don't think you do.
I mean, I grabbed some, but it actually like all just came out.
Yeah,
It like
crumbled.
broke up.
Yep.
I
So
wonder,
just oh,
how do you usually grab these?
You kind of have to like
Scoop it?
scoop it.
Okay, well, we have already broke this, so I'd love to actually grab
Yeah,
it.
so we could try with the suction sampler and see if we can suck and
Yeah,
place
that
it.
seems like a great option. I really like that. Can you square up the front camera?
Yeah.
And we'll use just like it's really light too. We'll use like the gentlest suction.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll either end up with a bunch in one of our suction jars or we'll be able to put it in a box. One of the two. Okay, do you have yourself set up on an empty jar, flushed and everything?
Yep. And suction's at 10%.
And go for half zoom video.
half zoom.
Okay, and we'll do like the gentlest suction to start.
Yeah, okay. I got 4%
Okay.
coming on.
Hold on. Hold the phone. Go wide.
Going wide.
Paying the price for a casual grab here. That's better. Okay, you still have that 4% on?
Yeah. Do you want a half zoom?
Yes, I do.
Half zoom.
Confident.
There you go.
That's great. Okay, let's get a little more going.
There's 10. Anything?
Give me 20.
Okay. There you go.
You're gonna probably need a lot more.
Okay, you think it's too heavy?
Yeah, it's pretty
I
heavy.
wonder if...
If you can just like get the end in there.
Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Now give me more.
I think you can go full.
Half beans to
Half
start
beans.
with.
Okay, half beans.
Oh, half beans.
A few more beans, maybe? Yeah, 3/4 beans?
2/3 beans.
2/3 beans? I like 2/3 beans. Okay, next project is to open up the forward box.
All right. Forward box is coming.
Good teamwork,
open.
Megan.
I knew this one was going to be hard.
Yeah,
We are fully retracted on the camera.
okay, great.
We were trying to collect a whole bunch of these types of corals up in the Emperor's Seamounts because that was the project.
Oh yeah.
It was just a whole thing. Though I've really come to enjoy using the suction sampler as a tool for picking up things that are a little too large,
Yeah. No
that are
kidding.
super fragile.
Okay, so the next thing is to turn off suction.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Suction is off.
It's just perfectly balanced in there.
Nobody breathe.
Let me know if you want it back on, just to readjust.
Can you put it back on?
Yeah. All right.
This is a fun game with a rotating
I know, the
with
ball
a
keep
rotating
missing.
ball. Okay, let's see. Pretty close here.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
I think that'll do it.
Oh, that's gonna go great. Try now.
Okay, suction coming off. That's suction off.
Okay.
There you go.
Yes.
Yay.
I can push that around now easily. That's great.
That was a textbook sampling.
Yeah, nice job.
I don't know if that was in a textbook somewhere.
Well, it can be in the book that you write.
Okay, that's fair.
While do you want to push that around yet, or do you want to use the slurp since you got it in the hand to get that cup coral you were going to get?
Do you want the cup coral to go in the same place?
Or would
Oh,
that
the
go
cup
in
coral's
the
going to
slurp?
go in the suction sampler.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, we can do cup coral. Cup
There's
coral
one
is
just
off to the
straight
left,
ahead
correct?
of you that might
Okay.
be easier. It's the same
Okay.
kind. It's like up a little bit, right where your elbow is.
Oh, I see. It's pretty far away. I'll
Is
see if
that-
I can get
is that
to
too far?
reach. I mean, it's not too far to sample. It might be too far from this position. Moving's really not that big a deal. They just run out of hose here. Excuse me, sponge. Sorry, I got in your way there.
Do you want me to come in with you a little bit, Gabby?
I do.
Okay.
Rye, can you keep an eye on the hose in upper?
Yeah.
And let me know when we're running out. We just barely don't have enough of this. I'm gonna I'll have to move.
It's okay.
It's not a big deal for me to pick this up again, so go wide.
I thought it was like, right there.
I was
Yeah.
gonna suggest that if you have the slurp now, I was wondering if you can reach the anthomastus.
You know, it's not a big deal for me to pick up the slurp. I think I
Okay.
want to secure this sample,
Right.
and then we can get
Especially if you're gonna
positioned
move the
properly for
vehicle,
each
yeah.
of the subsequent samples. None of which
Good
is
plan.
a big deal.
Okay.
So when you guys did an Emperor Seamount project, just getting these corals, did you just use the suction all the time?
Oh, no, we didn't really use the suction. We did, we had much smaller jaws. We
Oh,
used
okay.
the parallel jaws.
Oh,
That
yeah,
was
I
easier.
do like parallel jaws.
And it was more of like a break and balance situation.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And Megan, this sample is 308.
308?
Yes.
Did I miss two DNA samples?
No. 307 was the bamboo coral,
Oh, okay.
and 306 was the Niskin.
I got it. There we go. Perfect.
Great. Okay, box in. Okay, so we sort of, unless you want to squish that one, we sort of lost access to the starboard box there. Hopefully that's a good sample. Next, anthomastus, because that's the closest. Can you pan up for me? Good. This anthomastus is not on a rock. It looks like
It's on a
this
coral. You want to
hole.
break off the coral and stick it on top of the enallopsammia?
I do.
That might be easiest. And a little cup coral will come with it too.
Oh, great.
Because I think we learned that trying to scrape and slurp anthomastus don't always work.
It's challenging. And if you've got like good rocks to scrape off of, then it can work.
But I think if we try to slurp it, it'll just probably break the
So-
coral anyway.
Yeah, is it possible that this coral skeleton is quite like crispy, kind of like what we just sampled?
It's going to be firmer because it's bamboo.
Okay.
So it should just snap,
give me
but
a
it won't
half zoom?
crumble.
Half zoom.
Okay, that's great. I might need more zoom. 1 sec.
Okay, just let me know.
Yeah, go in further. Ooh, that was exciting. Hold on, go wide, please.
Going wide.
Okay, you can go back in.
Back in.
Trying to figure out what the anthomastus is attached to.
It's like the middle of this.
Do you think I want to grab way down low here?
I would grab the base
Okay.
and break it there.
Okay, that I can get on board with. Okay, back out just a little bit, video.
Yep.
That's full beans on my grip strength.
Wow, it's really, it's way stronger than I thought. It's starting to break. There we go.
There.
Nice.
We even got the piece we wanted. Oh, that's fabulous. I'll get a picture of this too, because there's sort of a lot going on here. Excuse you. Okay, we did get the cup coral and the anthomastus, it looks like.
Mm-hmm. And a extra enallopsammia.
Awesome. Okay, go wide
Going wide.
and retract and box out. And pan down. Beautiful. That was a lot stronger than I anticipated.
Yeah, the bamboos are, that base is thick. Well, the other thing we can do with that base is you can cross-section it and see how old it is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we won't know like when it died necessarily, but
What technique do you use to age it?
you can use carbon dating to age it, and we know approximately the rate of growth of these corals, so by measuring the radius, you can estimate the age of it when it died.
Cool. And where will that sample get sent to have that analysis
Okay.
done?
Box in?
There's some scientists that are interested in these types of samples, like Brendan Rourke at Texas A&M.
Oh, I sailed with them a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Nice. That was the enallopsammia, the anthomastus, the...
I think we got one of everything at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. Good.
And that was
Good.
number 309 there.
309.
I think it would also be good to sample a sponge.
The sponge. Oh, the macaroni and cheese sponge.
Let's get a different sponge.
You don't like that sponge?
No, it's going to be a pain to process for Chris. It's really fragile. It'll fall apart. It's crunchy.
Do
Okay.
you mean like a different species or
A
different specimen?
species.
Yeah, but we still want a diversity, right? Even if it's
You just
inconvenient to
Yeah,
process.
if we want.
you just want to stay here and collect at one of everything, or do you want to see more stuff? Because there's going to be
Well-
better stuff.
Well, let's do. Well, then let's not set down again near here. So let's get everything we want to get here,
Okay,
and then move somewhere else after that.
that's up to you.
Yep, I think.
Well, it seems like we're in a good
Santiago,
spot,
science
right?
lead is a good person to defer to. So yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying that we're setting up in a spot that has a good number of diversity, so that if we are set up and we can get them now, then we don't have to set up later
Yeah.
again.
Okay. Well, we can slurp the sponge if you like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do that. And in fact, if there's
Yeah, I'll have to pick
if
up.
it's this much diversity here, Santiago, would this also be a good place to get the next Niskin?
Maybe get the one that's on top. Or the bottom one is better.
I'm kind of thinking the bottom one because I think it'll just be more robust if I have to scrape or cut or any of the things that I have to do.
Okay.
But I will go for the top one if this one's troublesome. Are you thinking a cut and slurp, or like a snip and slurp, or just a slurp, or a bio box, or what?
Well, it's going to be really crunchy, so
Okay.
it's going to probably fall apart. So just slurping it might be the best option.
Without a cut, without snipping.
You could try snipping it, but it might just fall apart.
Okay, I see what you're saying. So it's brittle.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Can you set me up with is number 1 our sample jar?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Mary, since we've invested
Could you go for
the
half
time
sim?
here, do you think
Half
this
sim?
would be good for a second Niskin as well?
So I've just asked Annette and Santiago and Val
Okay.
to see what they think.
Okay.
We've had the eDNA pumps running the whole time, so
Okay.
there
Oh,
will
ready for
be
section?
Yeah, ready.
Okay.
data from this, but I don't know if
Okay.
they'd like a Niskin on top of that.
And was this a dedicated pumping
Same.
when we set
Yeah.
down, or is it just the one that's been running in the background?
It's the one that's been running. We have we're doing it by depth for this
Okay.
dive. So it's just
That's a
one
good
that's been running
setup.
since
Right.
the start of the
Section
dive.
it, hey?
Probably,
Yeah,
so
it's
proportionally the amount of time
think
we've
that's
spent
good.
here is,
Okay.
So a decent
means
amount
it's
of
probably
time.
already there, right? It's going to be dominated by...
But it may be useful to them to have a Niskin as well. Let's see.
See how they respond in
Yeah,
the
since
next
we spent so
30
much time
seconds.
here, you might
What's
as
that?
well
Section's
pull.
off.
Did it show up?
Yes.
Yeah, we did see it.
Okay, cool.
Just hasn't floated down
Okay.
yet.
Sounds good. Okay, go wide.
Going wide.
It's like right behind the filter, which is the same color.
Okay, yeah, sounds great.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, now you got some macaroni for later.
I know, I'm excited. I really like those sponges a lot. I had no idea what their actual consistency would be. I didn't realize that they were so rigid. Okay. Santiago, was there anything else here that you saw that you wanted?
Were you guys discussing a Niskin?
We were, but
okay.
I think Santiago may have not be listening anymore. So I don't know.
I mean, it would pair well with all the
Let's-
samples we just took.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I think this will be good.
Niskin's good? Okay, that
Okay.
sounds good.
Thanks, Santiago.
Data, are we up to Niskin number 2?
Yes, Niskin
Okay.
number 2.
Sounds good.
And Megan, that last sponge was sample 310.
310, and this will be 311.
And yep, 311.
Great.
And Rai, when we go to pick up and leave, would you like to take the seat?
Sure. And Megan, are there any species you can see here that are not ones we've already sampled, just for the notes?
There
no.
was a Chrysogorgia.
That's it.
And then there was an unbranched bamboo.
Right?
Yeah. Sorry,
You're
did
good.
you not hear me?
No, sorry.
Oh,
There's
okay.
other things going on. Yeah, great. Dita, did you get that number 2 stripped?
Oh, and I saw
Yep.
some
Great.
stoloniferous
Got it.
octocorals on one of the other branches, a very small colony. And there's some madrepora as well on some of the dead coral and hydrozoans.
Did you say
And there's a-
Madragorgia?
Madrepora.
Madrepora.
And there's hydroids, and there looks to be a brittle star in the upper sponge.
Great.
And do you guys think we're all set here for sampling?
I think so.
I feel like we got a good haul.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
quite the haul.
Yeah, that
What's
was
that?
great.
Can you, I can't hear you. If you said what I think you said,
I said that was great. Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks, Santiago.
That's the front row talking to each other.
okay.
So, Megan and
what's-
Gabby, do you think we came far enough across the ridge that we can actually go uphill when we start moving again?
It kind of looks like it. Like if you look in the Atalanta sonar, there's
You
not
happy?
a ton. There's a little bit of uphill, but not a ton.
Should
So-
I
Cool.
move Atalanta, like, here?
Well, Atalanta right now is kind of facing, let's see.
Facing the hill.
Yeah. So maybe we need another,
Do we want to move
Another
this
another-
direction a little bit, like
another
a
20 meters
315?
like the one we did?
yeah, I
Yeah.
think another 20 meters, and I think that should, then we can
And
start
then
heading in
maybe-
this like southwest direction that we actually want to go.
Mhm.
Okay.
Does that jive with Chris and Megan's understanding of where we are?
I think,
That
yeah,
sounds
that
good.
sounds good to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to move us 315.
Okay, sounds good. I'm ready
Good,
for
Nav.
315.
And do you need anyone to be
We'd like
driving
a
the Atalanta
20-meter
winch
move,
at the moment?
315.
No, I
Oh,
can
you got
grab
it?
that too. But actually, if Samantha would like to, she can come over and experience the winch.
I totally can. Here, let me hop over.
Might be a good introductory. So, okay, here's your winch. When you pull it,
So now, Belle,
you're
you
gonna
need to
be
get in
watching
video.
there.
I'll get in your seat, and
You're
Ryan will
gonna
be completely
see it.
confused when she comes back.
you
Like,
don't have
wait.
to do anything right now, but I'll tell you when to pull up. The thing I'm looking at is both the screen that Atalanta and her Atalanta's HD, and then this delta, which currently I don't know why it's in this mode. Go away mode. When the delta and the tether, like I'm looking at the tether, making sure it's lying well. When the tether is too compressed, I pull up. So actually you can come up right now. Watching the screen that the winch is on. You'll keep, yeah, there you go. And you want to go easy, like, and yeah, there you go. Nice job. Yeah, and then you're going to be sort of checking in with your Atalanta screen to make sure the tether is starting to lie a little better, be less crunched up. Checking in with your delta to make sure it's somewhere between 15 and 20. Good job. Okay, and your replacement's back. You've
Way to
been
go,
replaced.
Samantha.
Oh, actually, you're going to go in this seat, so.
Change places.
Yeah, a little bit.
Run around. And Megan, what do you think about trying a 0.3 knot survey if we think there's good stuff further ahead?
Oh, so like keep doing some larger moves?
Yeah, do you think? Just till if we think we're going to see more of the same stuff and we just sampled it really thoroughly.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of similar stuff, but
yeah, so we could.
we're going to start running into a new community soon.
Right,
as
so then we
well.
can slow down again once we get to the next community, but maybe just zoom forwards now after we spent plenty of time sat down in that one location.
Yeah, I think
Does
keeping
that-
us moving
Does
is
that
a good
jive
idea.
with you? Yeah.
We're just waiting on this Atalanta move to get us
Yeah.
more on centered on this ridge.
Sure.
And-
Yes, we put in, Rye, we put in another little move going 330 or 315 or something like that. Just like 10, 20 meters, trying to get up on top of this ridge, and then we'll start moving in a southwesterly direction.
Okay.
And Gabby, I don't know if you're on
Auto
headset. Megan and I were just talking about doing the next few moves at point 3, just to
Okay.
get from one community into the next one,
Okay,
and all the good stuff Megan's promised us.
okay.
You can tell that there was a lot of stuff here at one point.
Mhm.
See
Yeah.
all those old stalks and bases.
And you were saying that before, of like how much stuff there was downhill of broken stalks of that all had to have come from somewhere, right?
Yeah, that's sort of what happened on the first ascent last night. There was a whole bunch of dead coral at the base of this spire, and then
Right.
they went on up, and
then
it was
when you
just
got to the
covered
top,
in
it was
these
just amazing.
purple enallopsammia. It was really cool.
What's your guesstimate of how old this area is?
Oh, like the rocks?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's old. Millions of years.
When we have this large field of dead coral, do you think that that's, well, not this one, but in
Do you have a
previous
sense of why
places,
you're hitting the bottom?
do you think that's that
Yeah,
they'd all
I think
died
it's
at a similar time? Or
right
do you think
below
it's
the
just
port,
build
isn't
up
it?
of dead
Yeah.
coral over
Is there something you
thousands
want me
of
to
years?
change about the vehicle?
It could be either one.
Oh, the porch being
There's
in,
no
maybe?
Yeah.
real way to know that.
Okay.
That makes sense.
All right. Atalanta's moving. Are we ready to start heading up slope? Do we want to
Oh,
do?
look at this. We made it to the top.
Yay.
Yeah, this is a nice little top area. Oh, there's a black coral, sort of that wispy one,
Where?
coming center.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It blends really well.
Go for zoom
It's like
video?
the same color as the rock.
Yeah, so once we're at the top, we can get a sense of the strike of this ridge and pick our heading from that, if that agrees with Nav's
Yeah.
read of the
Come out,
situation. Yep, coming
And
up.
we're expecting
Yeah,
it should be
there's a
around like the
Trisopathes.
210, 225 kind
Okay,
of number,
sounds
right?
good.
Ballpark.
All right. So we just want to get up on top here. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Gabby, can you hear me?
I can hear you great.
Okay.
Can you hear the circus music?
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that's just in my head.
Oh my
Fish.
That's very funny.
So what are we doing up here?
Okay, we're gonna
Turn in.
How did I get here?
Turn in and then
Turning
accelerating.
left.
Okay, turning left.
Port.
Yeah.
yeah.
The
common
negative direction.
parlance.
Anti-clockwise.
Are we going downhill?
No,
No.
it's we're not at the top. We're at a ridge,
Oh, okay.
and we're going to climb it.
Oh, fun.
There we are. Look,
I mean, I hope we are,
if we
anyways.
go just a little bit more to port, then you should have equal amounts of downhill to either side. There. So just walk along that narrow bit
Yeah,
and
okay.
don't fall off.
Don't fall off.
And watch for either Gandalf or the Bullrug
All right, yeah.
coming at us out of the fog.
And I'm very happy with Atalanta's position as far
Yeah,
as being able to follow what's going on.
What's that? What is the heading now for Herc?
Herc is 244.
But Herc is also turned a little bit to starboard from the actual heading of the ridge. So I think the ridge is closer to what you anticipated, 210 or something.
Yeah.
Are we good to keep going here?
Yeah. And so, yeah, Nav, if you have a sense of exactly what heading you want to move us, I'm happy to do it.
You want to do, 210, I think sounds good.
Yeah, seems reasonable.
Okay.
No, I'm not going to have Atalanta have the 210 heading.
Courage nav.
So that's going to make you not getting off in the cabbage a little bit more of a challenge for you.
30-meter move,
But you got it.
210.
Great. Visibility got worse, eh?
Yeah.
But I bet it's delicious and nutritious water, so.
It does look very nutritious.
The corals seem to say that, don't they?
There's a larvation
You ready,
house.
Berkeley?
Yeah.
There's nobody home.
Hi.
Nobody home? Why?
Oh, there was a larvation house
Oh.
that flew into our camera.
Not a resident of the
Yeah.
larvation house?
Well, they like make new ones every couple days.
Who's they?
The larvations.
Oh,
Because that was a larvation house.
Uh-huh.
obviously.
Obviously.
Gosh.
Get with the program.
What was I thinking?
Elvis the larvation had left the building.
Do you know what species it's larvation of?
I had no idea.
No idea. Okay.
Like a fish?
Well,
Or,
they're,
An invert?
I don't know what species it was, but they are inverts. I think their hemichordates are, I think
There's definitely some current.
they're water column animals, so they're also a little outside my knowledge.
Because we're up on top of a ridge, there's definitely a high likelihood that the current's going to come and get you. But if it does, the consequences are pretty low.
Yeah,
We end up tail to tail, and that's
it's more, it's coming laterally.
yeah.
Like I got laterals. Good.
It's really murky, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, getting a little ahead.
There, that makes more sense. There. Alright.
Oh, Mary, are those the multi-puffer pumps still running?
So they are still running. So our
Okay.
first pump depth range is going to be from 960 to 880 meters. So we have a little bit of time till we'll swap to the next ones.
Okay, got it.
So we've got a depth and an altitude that are, an altitude and a delta that are about the same, which means this ridge is taking us downhill a little bit, which is interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
I guess
Nav
it
says
was a
we should
long.
be going up.
Yeah.
Well, it was a long snout with no contours, right? So there's probably that we came along from when we were doing our sampling.
Yeah, I think
So maybe that was a local high, and then there's a little
Yeah.
dip down, and then we're going to get the proper contours and start going up again soon.
Maybe. I'm going to have you
Yeah.
stay a bit closer to
Yeah.
Atalanta.
I'm just hanging out here until you.
Great. And make sure you keep re-referencing your 210 heading
Yeah.
so you don't get too far off in the cabbage. Because I'm up on the ridge.
Yeah.
If our delta and my altitude are similar, then I'm,
Then you're,
yeah. So just try and keep track of the ridge. Actually, it looks like you're doing fine from the cameras.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the top left and top right, if it's about equal amounts of shadow on either
Yeah,
side, that's
yeah,
about
that's
as good as you
right.
can get for knowing
It's
you've got the ridge right in the
210 is
middle.
the heading that
Yeah,
I'm
plus or
referencing?
minus.
Yeah, okay.
think we're just going over getting towards the end of a three-dimensional thing, and then we'll just have our stuff with contours all the way across in front of us. It'll be more obvious where uphill is again then.
My understanding is that this is a bit more of a free-form dive. We're just trying to find the good stuff rather than follow like a very specific route. Is that correct?
Yeah, and I think it's more like depth oriented. It's just seeing how communities change as you work your way upslope.
Okay.
So I think, you know,
So we're just trying to find our way
so
up.
we've got our really good numbers for 950, and like Mary was saying, the eDNA, they're sampling up to 880, and then the idea is when they get to the next depth change,
Okay.
the idea is that as we move up, the community there'll be like a community succession thing. Or transition is maybe the correct word.
Okay, yell at me
Succession
if you
suggests
wanna
it's
look
the
at
Murdoch
anything.
family involved.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
I think I'll keep us moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Bridge now.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so you know,
We'd
Ryan, I
like
think
30 meters to
what
10.
Megan and I have been talking about was now we did all that thorough sampling.
Thank you.
It's time to move far enough to get to a different depth and get to where there's a different combination of organisms before we stop again. So just gonna burn some rubber and do a hill climb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I NASCAR'd too hard, and now I gotta
Mm-hmm.
for a little bit, so.
Just don't turn
You
left.
see the thing floating?
Yeah, over Zoom video?
Yeah, I'll make it a little bit.
Try to follow it.
I think it might be an arrow worm.
Yeah, go wide. Oh. Oh, did flip.
Mm-hmm.
Got some people showing us some love. Thank you all for shining a light into the beautiful dark sea and also for the science talk. Hi science people, I just wanted to say hi and thanks for all the amazing live streams. Your work is as amazing as the ocean is inspiring. From California.
Nice.
Oh, thank you.
Front row, I'm just doing gauges, just in
Okay.
case I get a little in the weeds here. You can rescue me.
Go for Zoom video.
Is
Going
that
for
an
Zoom.
Iridogorgia?
It's a bamboo
It's a
coral.
bamboo.
But it's spiraling.
Let's
It's a
close
confusing me.
bamboos.
The bamboos can be whips or branching.
Bamboos do what they like.
Yeah. But they have those
Lateral.
lines, you know, at
Mhm.
the nodes. And that's pretty distinctive for bamboo corals.
Did you know that they've been able to use bamboo coral as like a bone graft replacement?
Wow.
Really?
Way.
Wow.
Yeah, it has like the same density as our bones.
That's super cool.
Alright, go wide video.
Going what?
Wonder who the first person was to actually make that mental leap.
I don't know.
Hey, this
It's
looks
like
a
it's one
bomb.
thing that you know what the density is of the coral, and then it's like to carry around in your head of like, oh, that's like human bone density.
I bet it's a little bit like being an astrophysicist or something, and being like, "Gosh, I wish we had oceanographers out here."
Right?
Mm.
Our delta is really
Yeah, it's
high
really
right
high.
now.
I kind of feel like you're going downhill for some reason.
I mean, I said it at the start. I said I think I'm going downhill.
Yeah, but at the same time, you're staying on top of the
Yeah.
ridge, so.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like a little saddle.
I think it was, yeah, I think it was a long, low, flat part, like
Okay.
a nose sticking
Go
out the
for
top of the ridge.
Do your thing.
Perfect. Do my thing over by this coral.
What are you using as the bearing for the ship moves at the moment, Megan?
210.
Hmm.
That would seem
If
the
that
most.
if the map has a modicum of truth, we might better come round closer to south for the future moves. Do you think?
Um,
And we
well,
still want to be
we're just
west
kind of
of
following the
180.
future,
So-
and south
Yeah.
wasn't working for us.
Right now, I'm looking.
No, but if you look at where we are on high pack survey,
Yeah.
the feature should have just about
Yeah, okay.
expired.
Yeah,
Okay. Sounds good.
but
Yeah. Because then it's falling off on both sides. Yeah,
Mm.
okay.
we could head more directly towards waypoint 2, or we could go a little more orthogonal to the contour lines.
What's Rise heading right now with Herc?
I am 169 right now.
All right, we don't want to go that far around, but
That's what I mean. Like,
yeah, maybe we
like
just
that's got dark on both sides there.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a nice bolosoma. Can we look at it?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, I will look at it without turning. Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna get it a little bit more.
Yep.
Okay.
That's gonna work. Yep. We're not going
That
due
makes-
north. Yes, so we are in the saddle between two highs. 180, you mean?
Go for Zoom video.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Would we want to maybe go 190 to head more directly towards waypoint 2? Okay.
Yep.
Is there a snail in there? There's like a
can't
little
see.
something in the
Yeah.
hole.
Here, I'm gonna go wide video. I'm gonna
Yeah.
line up better. Let's see. I'm just gonna set.
When you're
Is
done
that a
with
snail up
this,
there?
Yeah.
set
Yeah.
yourself up for a
We did have a
180 move.
request. We
Yeah.
did have
No
a
rush.
request to get
Yeah, at
sponge
all.
and snail
That's why I
associates
wanted
together,
to look
didn't
at
we?
it.
Go
Yeah.
for Zoom video. Going for Zoom.
Oh, I
it's
think
a
it's a
little
hermit
hermit
crab.
Okay.
The tiniest,
Well,
tiniest
it
hermit
was
crab.
close to being a snail.
Close but no
Yeah.
cigar.
Former snail.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's try
I
not
saw
to
the shell.
Yeah.
miss
Good
any
eyes,
miss.
Megan.
All right. You're going 180,
Yeah, 190.
190.
Bridge nav. We would like a 30-meter move, 190.
So 190. That's
Yeah.
uphill, is that right?
Mhm. It will be
It will be.
eventually.
Okay.
We're having power in the force.
I trust you guys.
Faith in the force.
All right.
I'm going on my map.
And I'm going to bring
gotta go
Atalanta
up
around.
At some point.
Okay, perfect. That'd be great.
It's gonna be
Oh
great.
yeah, I see. Good.
Yeah, so it's like a little sandy chute,
Yeah.
and then it should be uphill on the other side of it.
That like kind of sitting in the seat like a macaroni noodle right now. Full shrimp mode. It's fine.
What?
I was just like, I'm hunched over in the seat, like.
So you can also put the you can put the controls on your lap.
Yeah, no, I'm good for now.
Okay.
I just realized I was like really bad posture.
Oh, I know. Sometimes I just like keep sinking throughout the watch.
Yeah.
Like,
Closer.
sit up, sit up. I think it's because I get cold, so I like have to like.
Yeah.
Oh, let's take a look at that sponge ahead.
Yeah.
It might be something like a Semperella or a Poliopogon.
Go for zoom video. Go for zoom.
I'm thinking Semperella. So that's in the same family of sponges.
I call it sarsaparilla.
Sarsaparilla,
Yeah. What was the name?
Semperella.
Separella. Okay.
Sarsaparilla.
The sponge abides.
And then there's one of the dandelion saphonophores.
Oh, behind it?
Yeah, just chilling.
Alright, go wide video.
Going wide.
It looks like
Gabby,
there's a
you're
little
off SPO.
brachiopod.
Oh.
Yeah, the Semperellas have more of like an irregular surface compared to the Polyopogons, and they often root in sediment, and the Polyopogons will be on hard surfaces.
With 2020 hindsight, it's good we sampled when we did, because this has become a bit sparse.
Yeah, because there's nothing.
Yeah, well, we did get a lot of great
One of
samples.
everything, yeah.
Yeah, that's just one of everything. You know, sometimes I wish I could do that at a restaurant. I'm like, oh, it all sounds good.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just one
I'll
of
just
everything.
eat the menu, please.
No, weirdly, we're now deeper than we were when we first hit the sea floor of
Yeah,
956
even though
meters.
the contours say otherwise.
Yeah, we've somehow fully gone downhill.
Yep, the averaging in the multi-beam must be suppressing the fact that it was quite a drop down from that high point we were at.
Yeah.
I guess that would also explain why that was particularly good for like the number of different species in one place.
Yeah, perhaps.
If that was more of a spire than the top of a ridge.
It's like a little shrimp or fish or something.
Where?
But right in the middle of the screen, sort of a
Oh,
reddish
go for
tinge.
Is there?
Yep,
Yeah.
going for
Yeah.
zoom. I think you're talking about this. Other
Yeah. It's a shrimp. There's a bunch of shrimps.
Yeah, you can go for zoom video. Yeah, 2 shrimps. 2 for the price of 1.
Yeah.
Special offer. Shrimp on Sunday.
Oh, I wish.
Yeah, shrimp.
I don't think we've had shrimp on this.
No, but we get Sundays
Yeah,
on Sundays,
let's
so
go
that's
look
okay.
at the rock. You go wide video.
Going wide.
Oh, there's
I've
lots of
heard a
shrimps here.
rumor that for the Sunday, what they actually did was they took all the broccoli and froze it and put it into a sorbet.
Oh, yeah.
So
Broccoli sorbet.
yeah,
At least you'll get your fiber.
and if I don't get broccoli sorbet, then that's it. I'm going home after tomorrow. I'm not
Very
I don't think
staying
it'll
more than
bounce
another
as well.
day.
Yeah, I don't think it'll bounce very well. Sorbet.
Oh well, it depends
We
how
can
deep.
try.
If you put it in the minus 80,
Maybe like
Yeah,
30
yeah,
meter
exactly.
move 190.
maybe I should just get someone to like 3D print me some broccoli instead. Now that's a cool
awesome.
color
You
palette
copy?
as well.
Big basket
Yeah.
stars. Those are basket stars?
Yeah, they're basket scars.
Looks like the
Basket
colors
That's
of
a
one of
really
my
quite
rival high
bright
schools.
orange one, the upper one, isn't it? The other ones we saw earlier were the really dark brown, like the lower one.
Alright.
Where did you copy?
Yay, we have an uphill.
Yeah.
The world is becoming a better place.
Yeah, not just that, but it's
Oh, the yellow
yeah.
fuzzies.
Alright, I gotta get moving.
There's a really tall coral in the top right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this one?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one looks like the one we sampled.
Mm-hmm.
It does, yeah.
They were
There's
pretty
also a
well worth a
fish
look.
over there.
Oh yeah, fish, fish, fish.
You want the fish?
Yeah. Oh, it's really far out.
Yeah.
Coral schmarl. What is fish?
Fish will swim away. The coral will still be there.
That's quite a big coral.
I think it's a cusk eel.
Look, little Hercules Atlanta. It's like a puppy stringing at the leash. Let me chase the
For
rabbit.
Zoom video. Going for Zoom? Cool, get 'em
It's a really nice cusk eel. It's got a cute face.
I'll zoom in a little bit further.
I think this one might be in the guide. I'm not sure.
He's just lateraling right. Cute. Alright. Go wide.
Thanks for my
video.
fish.
Go wide. Ooh, we finally got a fish.
It's just giving Herc tail envy.
Yeah.
Wish I could lateral like that.
I wish I would
Like,
have had a
this-
tail like that.
It's like-
Someone messaged we have garlic flavored ice cream would go well with your broccoli survey.
oh yeah,
Garlic ice cream.
I would do that.
And your mashed potato mountain.
On top of the mashed potato mountain. There's a sponge coming up.
Yeah. This one?
Yeah.
You know, that's silly. I could finish off my mashed potato mound by just painting some broccoli like bright pink, like the mushroom corals, and sticking them round on the top. A little bit of mustard and say, there you go, there's my microbial mat just there, baby.
Zoom video.
A little bit of hot sauce underneath so you can put the temperature probe in it.
Oh, that one's got like anemones in it. Oh, that's weird.
And this is a sponge?
It's a sponge. It's a glass sponge.
Glass sponge.
But I'm trying to figure out what's going on with this one. It's definitely got anemones in the sponge. And it's in sediment.
So it's, are the anemones embedded within the sponge?
Yeah.
And then the
I
small
want to
white
collect
things.
this sponge.
Yeah?
So I'm going to
Okay.
stop the ship.
I'm gonna go
Stop the
wide.
ship. Bridge now. Hold position, please.
There's a lot of corals on the top of the image as well coming up.
You wanted to collect that sponge?
Yeah.
Okay. Rye, can you go back to that sponge?
Yeah, I'm sitting down right near the sponge actually.
Okay.
I'm tilted quite a bit up on my camera. And
Oh, I'm looking at lower. Is it the little guy right in front?
Yeah, it's right in front.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I did not even see how small it was.
no, that's all
Yeah.
good.
But I can tilt you down so that you can see better. That will help so much.
Yeah. All right.
Is that a slurp sample again, Megan, do you think?
Well, we can get the lasers on and see how big it is.
Oh, okay.
We sure can.
I think it might be
Alright.
too big for the slurp. This one looks like it's going to be soft. I think it
Oh,
might
okay.
be
It
a
won't be as brittle as the other one?
Sericolophus.
I feel like I can, if this one's going to squoosh a little, I can grab it.
Yeah, you should be able to grab it. I think there's like a stalk that it's
And will
on.
it be heavy or will it be floaty?
It should be heavy.
Okay. So a little starboard bio box.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
We
think
forgot
one
to
of the
turn
two small
starboard
ones.
vert back on, so it's still off.
Oh.
That happens all the time.
Is that how would I have felt that as something?
Not when the conditions are nice like this.
Yeah. Okay. What would I have felt it as?
Probably a little bit of instability in the
Yeah,
vehicle.
okay.
Like when you're trying to perch somewhere, because
Yeah.
you're only getting only one side is going up or down.
So you just turned it back on. So
I haven't turned it on. Because
Oh.
if we get this and put it this forward by
Yeah.
our box.
Okay. Copy. I am getting. Okay.
Okay. So we're thinking grab it by the stalk, put it in the starboard bio box.
Yep.
Sweet. Love it. Great plan.
And can we get a zoom while you guys are setting up?
Yeah, go for
Yeah.
the zoom.
I'll try and come in pretty close so we can maybe see
See
the
that
anemones.
it looks like has the pox.
Yeah. That's a nice view.
I've never seen this
That's mad.
type of sponge have these anemones before.
Go wide video.
That's a new one on me, so that's why I think it's a good sample.
Yeah, I agree. It's really interesting. I think we've seen some other sponges with zoanthids before in other areas,
Yeah.
but I don't.
Not
re-
this type of sponge has never had an
Can
anemone
you
associated.
zoom in video?
Yeah, the ones I've seen are more in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
I wonder if this could be zoanthids or they're just a lot of little anemones.
Yeah, it would be hard to tell until we get it in the lab if they're, because sometimes there's zoanthids and they're actually like connected to each other within the sponge tissue, and sometimes they're individual anemones. And I'm not sure which one it is, so.
What kind of relationship do you think they have with the sponge?
I'm not sure if this is advantageous or just kind of like the sponge just deals with it. I don't think it's hurting the sponge, but it could be stealing some of the sponge's food. Unknown.
Just a series of microaggressions.
Yeah, but you can put this down. I think it's a
Right.
Sericolophus.
A lot of them.
Okay.
Oh, I'm already opening the box. Sorry. Shoulda.
And which are the ones that are open, Chris? Is it the front two of the small bio
Yes.
boxes?
Yeah, the forward two small bio boxes on the starboard side.
I'm not going to come all the way in this time because I really want to avoid the sticky spot on the shoulder.
Yeah. Okay. Let me know when you want sample salvo.
You see how you can see the arm in the
Yeah.
in Atalanta, and how it didn't halt then.
Yeah.
I do like how you can totally see your arm in the Atalanta view, though.
You can give me sample salvo.
Although it's also a little bit freaky that it's bending in a way that no human arm should ever be bent.
Yours can't do that?
It gives you like some praying mantis vibes, right?
Only once.
Oh.
Yeah.
I could bend it like that, or I could have it bent that way for me, but I'd never get it back the way it was meant to be.
It's a big sponge.
Talofata feta.
Nice.
Perfect.
Nicely done.
Super.
That's 312.
Yes, that's 3, 1, 2.
Regular, yeah, there we go.
Okay. There we go.
Cool. I'll keep us moving.
Okay.
That sounds great.
Bridge nav. We would like a 30-meter move, 190. 30 meters. Yes.
So, Belle, do you think your children are taking the opportunity to watch this last weekend afternoon when you're on watch?
Yeah,
Are they checking in with you?
they have. Every time I call in the evening, my oldest daughter said she called in during her class.
Oh, wow.
She was the one that said, "Hi, Mom."
Yes, yeah. So they might be able to watch in from school tomorrow as well for your last dive.
I think they're watching right now. I'm from Tafita,
Super.
so they're tuning in. I'm assuming it's my family.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Somebody's tuning in from there, from your village.
Well, that's interesting.
What age are your children?
Right ahead, that fuzzy.
10, 13, and
you
15.
want to zoom on it?
Yeah, I've
Cool.
seen that.
Okay. Video.
My
go
grandchildren
zoom,
are
go
15,
for zoom.
12, and 8.
It's a bit
So
strange.
Oh,
very
that's
much
funny.
same age. Yeah.
I have someone
it's a
tuning in.
Bunch of zoanthids
Might want to let Megan
on
know
a
because she might not
sponge.
know about the
Oh,
whole
cool.
Cirricolophysis no longer being accepted a thing.
Oh, is
And
that
it's
not
now,
the accepted name anymore?
Yeah, it's.
Is that all
I
those
don't
you
even
can
know how to
have right now?
pronounce it.
I can go a little further.
Ligima.
Oh, Ijimaya.
Ijimalophus.
Yeah.
And then there's a whole website. Do you want us to read that out?
Yeah,
so
well,
you
you
can
know, the
memorize it?
taxonomy is always changing.
HTTPS colon
Go wide.
slash
video.
slash
Go wide.
Megan
Yeah.
www.
There was some benthic ctenophores on that sponge, as well as a bunch of zoanthids. That was pretty cool.
Excuse me, you're in my way.
But don't tell Adam that there's a massive rock in upper as well.
There is a massive
Yeah,
rock.
let's just steer around it. Don't let him see it.
No?
Oh no, we can let him see it. Here's one you could have had.
Oh, we can use a 3D printer, right?
Yeah, you can make his
Just
rock.
make a rock for him.
Yeah.
Trying to clear that.
Put it in his laundry basket. No, get the mountain out first. You'll crush the mountains with a big rock.
We'll do a little drive-by look
Yeah,
at
I
the
was
rock.
gonna say.
There's a regadrella.
Yeah.
We're not looking at the rock for the rock's sake. We're looking for what's living on it because it's taking
Is
advantage of there being a big rock.
There's always
thruster
good stuff
enabled
on
again?
rocks.
No.
Oh, that would be excellent.
No. No.
Is it a vertical?
Yeah, it's a vertical. You ready?
Yeah.
They're like, go up.
I feel like I can tell it's a vertical. Oh, that's better.
Sweet.
What did you say? What did the
What do you
rock
know?
say? Chris,
Two thrusters is better
you were
than one.
saying that. What
It's
did the rock
crazy,
say?
eh?
Yeah.
No. I was
Right.
saying we're looking at it for all the life.
Gotta
Because
get
there's
going
just
a
like
little
such
bit.
a huge concentration of
Going.
corals all over it.
A little bit.
Just a little
So
bit.
Adam was just lucky that he could look past the coral and he could look at the rock if he wasn't
Oh,
interested
there's
in the
a
corals. But
Norella,
Is that the
Crinoid,
No, that's a crinoid, right?
the white coral that we passed. Oh, there's a sea cucumber.
I remember the crinoids because they're really crazy when they move,
Yeah, when they do their swim dance.
and it's only one name to remember.
The person that sent the link said, I only provide the link so you'll know that I'm not a crazy person. Thank you.
we have to follow the link to prove that he's not a crazy
Yeah.
person.
Thank you,
But it's
not
good
a
to-
crazy person.
Yes. We can recommend you to one of the other watches. Maybe they're all crazy by this stage.
I mean, I don't know if any of us are particularly sane. That wouldn't be very much fun.
Maybe that's it. They're just the right amount of crazy to send us comments.
Mm-hmm. How's your tilt? Is it working?
Oh, no. It is not.
Got a
This like black streak in the sediment.
I suspect
Comments.
that's where something's rolled downhill and left a little scour mark.
I feel like it's an edge. There's like a little bit of a lip.
Uh-huh.
There's also another rock over here, I think.
Bridge now.
Oh no. Just some...
Yeah, we'd like to move 30 meters, 190. Thank you. I'm gonna give you a DVL reset.
That would be amazing.
There you go.
And maybe some ice cream.
And some ice cream
Later.
in a few hours.
When we're not in the ice box.
Got a question here. Been watching your dives for years. Have fascinated by the work y'all do. What's something you find on your dives that really gets your heart pumping?
All
Pressing
new
the
stuff.
blue button is one.
Cliffs.
Clips. That's a good one.
Cliffs.
I always find the really hot fluid dives
Yeah.
a bit, you want to focus because the instruments and I guess the vehicle they're pretty hot down there, pretty hot and pretty gaseous. And sometimes
Look at this.
you don't know their chemical composition.
I think it's for me, it's for when we're on the track of an event and we think there's something there, but we haven't found it yet and we don't know if we're going to or not. So suddenly when you do come across something, that's a highlight for me.
Yeah, finding vents is cool.
Yeah, finding something new.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And also
interesting.
having
exploring,
Look at
right?
that one.
Having a theory confirmed or proven wrong is also really fun. When you start to
Get
see
around
all the
this
evidence
coral.
come in and you're like, oh, this shows either something we didn't expect or it shows something that you had thought about but didn't know was going to be true.
I think being wrong is actually the most exciting
Yeah,
because it's like, okay, now I'm going to be smarter tomorrow than I was today. If you went down and you just found exactly what you
Resume
expected,
video?
it's just like,
Oh,
oh, that's a bit dull.
you're either going to
It's
be
like,
smarter.
that's cool, but you're going to have to learn
wow.
new things, right?
Yeah,
If
you're
you
either going to
think-
be smarter or more confused.
That's
And
like
it's a bit of a
it's,
toss-up.
Korea
Well-
near Oka Erecta. The bottom
Being
part
confused is
dead
also
and
good.
got
It
some
shows you
zoanthus
you're not
Yeah,
as
yeah.
smart as you thought you were, and it's both humbling and educational.
Cool. That's nice.
Alright, go wide video.
We're probably approaching the part of the watch where everything is going to look like food, right? Okay, so here's a question. What organism on the seafloor looks most like ramen noodles?
Most like ramen noodles.
Basket star.
Is it a basket sponge?
Probably.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to join in.
In the deep ocean,
There's a
I don't
pink
know.
something
There's
up there.
definitely some
Little
seagrasses that look like noodles.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a
Is
little
that a
sea
sea
star.
star?
Mm.
It's got 6 legs.
Go for zoom video. Come on for zoom.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's a pretty one.
Do you know what kind of sea star? A 6-legged sea star?
I don't know this one.
It's very puffy.
It is very puffy.
Do you want it?
Do we want it? I don't know. We could slurp it.
Mm-hmm.
See if it's in the benthic animal guide. Let's see. Gotta go conoderms, sea stars.
We're kind of,
I
yeah.
know.
No. Do we
Still
do we
got
not?
about 5 meters left on the move. I think
Yeah.
we'll be fine.
See, it doesn't, see, I thought polyasterius at first, but it doesn't look quite right for that. It could
It's
be
like
something like
it's
that.
rounder in the middle, isn't it? Compared to the legs.
My guess is polyasterius.
Yeah.
Can go wide video.
Go wide.
Yeah, what do we want to do?
We can leave it.
Okay. Am I still kind of heading in 190?
Yeah, 190.
direction is
Yeah,
still the
you're
right?
you're looking good.
Okay.
Yeah.
On our way to waypoint 2.
Bridge nav. We had like a 30-meter move 190. Thanks.
Am I still, I'm not zoomed at all video, right?
You're just past vignettes right now.
Oh yeah, okay, perfect. Sorry, I just got,
The sediment
vision
is
a little-
hard
Oh,
to
good.
tell.
sorry.
The sediment like kind of messes with your brain a
Right.
little bit.
It's
Yeah,
hard to
sometimes
tell
the
what the
angle
grain
messes
size
with
is
my
and stuff.
I sometimes
perception.
feel like I can see shimmer or whatever when we move over this, just from the
Yeah.
how the effect on the screen is.
Just so you know, the Atalanta camera is straight down, and you're straight underneath.
Copy, thank you.
Oh, there's a Walteria.
Get moving. Here, I'll get out ahead and then we can start doing more.
Yeah.
Swoops.
Making some tracks. Want to like collect all the samples and make the tracks.
Yeah. We've got a set of ledges here. Good to know. Yeah, yeah. I'm a bit more out in front of you now, so.
Okay. Yeah, let's look at this rock next to you.
Okay. Now it's like really tilted. You want to zoom on anything in particular?
Let's just do a half zoom into
Yeah.
here, see
Okay.
what's on this rock.
Video, half zoom.
So I got an anemone, some shrimp. Some dead coral. Some nice nematocarcinus, those long legs. They can come out.
Keep going along this. Anything else? Another little shrimp. Alright, go wide video.
Go wide.
I'll just lateral along this for a bit. Just kidding. I want to see something there. Shadows are spooky.
And that's another period with a bunch of zoanthids on it.
Like that one we were looking at earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, that one kind of threw me off because I was like, well, what is going on there?
Yeah.
It's a bunch of things on other things. Bridge now.
We did
Yeah,
get
we'd
you a
like
rock.
to move 30 meters, 190.
Right at the start, yeah. No, come and join in.
Thanks.
Make yourself at home.
Another
We haven't gone very far
Victigorgia, that
with
purple
depth.
coral.
I don't know, we came
Did
up
you
over
want-
And is
that
that a
hill, but
fish
there was
right
actually a
behind
settle
right
down
here?
and back up
Yeah.
again.
There's a
so-
fish?
Yeah, there's a fish right in
Right in
this.
the middle.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, let's
go
look
for
at the
zoom.
fish.
Go for zoom.
We stopped at one
Oh, it's a
community and
pretty
got
fish.
one of just about everything.
It's
That
a
was like
little
a good
rat
thorough
tail,
deal.
macrid.
So now we figured we'd try and get ourselves up.
I
Might
love
be
their
like
dorsal
uphill
fin.
before we do anything
Trapasa.
else.
It's like a little flag.
Mm-hmm. So iridescent. So pretty.
Alright. Go wide video. Gotta keep zooming.
It's all happening.
Saw the
Alright,
fish
see
in
you
the
later.
here.
It wasn't a rockfish.
No.
Adam didn't care. He just wants to meet Gary. They want to be internet friends.
Oh, this is a cool rock with all the corals on top.
That's pretty.
In lower is a nice view of it. There's a hole
I'll have
in
to
the
take
middle.
Gabby's word
I
for
think
it.
we're in the carbonate now.
Yeah. Really manganese encrusted there. Compared to yesterday when it was like that tan stuff that was that texture.
I got some.
We're coming up on the steeper stuff.
'Kay.
So this is where you want to stay up
Ahead.
ahead.
Yeah, okay.
Do you want to slow us down to 0.2 for our moves in future, Gabby?
Yeah. Sure. All of these.
There's a nice polyopogon.
Okay. Gonna give it a bit more.
Ooh.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Hey.
Oh, hey, fella.
Oh.
Howdy. Howdy, friend.
This must be a super old seamount if this is
Yeah, okay,
carbonate
check
that's
out that
now at
sponge.
900
the
meters.
circle.
Yeah, the circle.
Oh, yeah.
If it formed shallow and it subsided that far, that's
Yeah, it must be really old.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's Hylanema.
which fits with just how covered in
Hylanema
manganese oxide it is
coriolis.
compared to
Yeah.
the tan
Alright,
stuff
go
we were
for
looking
zoom
at
video.
last night.
Go.
Yep.
When
Yeah,
it was
that's
at
what I was
200
gonna say.
meters, it's
Or it's a rosellid.
actually I haven't
Is
looked
that
on
a shrimp on the top or part of the sponge?
Oh, the brown part? I think
Yeah.
this is some sediment.
Schmig.
Alright. Go wide.
Actually, I think this is a rosellid.
It's kind of weird how somebody's like put all that wood chip down around it. That texture was amazing.
Is that
Like,
Oh, yeah, it looks like a garden.
What's
Yeah.
this blue thing?
Oh,
Coming
the
up.
purple?
Sorry,
The
Yeah, the blue
Vandergorgia?
purple.
oh, was that one of those purple corals we saw earlier on? Or is this something different?
It's the same.
It's the same.
The same
Victor
purple
Gorge.
coral that
Alright, here
Well,
I
it's a
gotta
different-
go
I was told I had to
ahead,
leave alone.
So
Different
wonder-
individual, but same shape.
Yeah, yeah. 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 It's
We're
the
not
same
going in
depth, right?
circles,
We
yeah.
may have done just like a couple of laps of like,
Yeah.
there's a Winnie
Oh,
the Pooh
perfect.
chapter coming on here. It's like,
yep. Okay, perfect.
This coral looks very familiar.
yep.
The pink.
Mm-hmm.
You see this pink
Yeah,
thing?
did you need to zoom
Yeah,
on
let's
it?
zoom it.
Okay. Okay, go for zoom video.
Oh, it looks like a hemicorallium. It's not doing the greatest. But it's hanging in there. It's got some associates.
Alright, go wide video.
See, if you have a coral that's not doing well, do the associates like abandon it at some point, or do they just hang into the bitter end before they move on?
Yeah, I don't know. Can we look at the white one?
I suppose it depends on the
Yeah,
associates.
that white coral.
If it's a corallivorous one,
Yeah,
once
okay.
it's gone, it probably would take off and find another host.
Go for zoom video?
Right, I suppose some of them might just be able to use the skeleton structure as a, if you're a filter feeder
Yeah.
anyway.
This
If,
is
you,
a
if, it's
Narella.
just, if you're just using the structure
It's a
rather
type
than
of permewood
like-
coral.
Climb
preying
up in
on
the
there,
coral.
if you're not actually chomping on the coral itself, you're just using it as a way of
Out there.
Yeah.
getting up in the water column, then
And then there's a polymyces, the
off to the right there.
cup coral to the right.
Yeah, there's that one. Alright, go
Cool.
wide video.
Atlantis settled out.
Okay. Gabby, we're settled out, so if you wanna.
Got a question coming in. Did you guys collect or ID the coral that had amazingly purple royal blue color base from the last drive?
We will
Oh,
explore.
yeah.
That's the
Last
Victor
dive.
Gorge. Yeah, we got a couple. Or we got one of those a few
Yeah.
dives ago.
We got it.
So we identified it this dive, but because we already had a sample, we didn't need to get any more.
Okay, I can do all the
Then
zooms.
there's This
There's
sort of
something up the
yellow
top here.
wispy-looking
Oh,
one,
sorry.
that's lower.
What's that?
Oh.
Ah.
That's a big actinostolid anemone, the
Am I
dinner plate one.
past it
Oh,
yet?
right.
I
Yeah.
want to look at this lower right-hand corner yellow.
Talking about this guy?
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Adam was showing me this morning that the Nautilus shell came back in one piece.
Yeah.
What did?
The Nautilus shell.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
That was the end, I guess, the back side of one. It wasn't the whole shell.
Right.
But it was.
But he was showing me he had like the little hole where it like controls its buoyancy, the little valve.
Uh-huh.
Go for zoom video.
And do you see the inside the iridescent, like mother of pearl looking
Yes.
stuff on the inside is really pretty.
I can't see it from this angle.
I know. I was like trying to get a better angle, but I think I got a worse angle here.
He kind of very
Let's see if I
tentatively
can,
allowed me
go
and
wide
Santiago
video.
to actually touch it.
Oh,
Hold it
There's
yeah.
also
just
something
briefly, but
pink right on the
Really?
edge here.
Yeah.
You
okay.
see that? If we kind of come around and look at that,
Yeah.
we can probably get the coral too.
Here, just give me a second.
What is that?
Oh, that looks like
Is
a
that a shrimp?
go
a
for
lobster?
zoom
Is it a-
video.
cucumber, maybe?
A fish.
I think
Lobster?
it's Mary's right. It's a
It's a shrimp.
Oh, it's a shrimp.
mantis shrimp.
Huge shrimp.
It's a
Cool.
mantis
Mantis shrimp, yeah. Indosquilla.
Are these similar to the mantis shrimps you get in shallow reefs?
Yeah, same thing.
Exactly the same?
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, not exactly the same, but similar.
Okay. Close to exactly the
Yeah, I
same.
think this one is a spearer. So you've got the punchers and the spearers. And the punchers are the ones that do the cavitation bubble and like super hardcore superhero powers.
They're so
The
crazy
spears
strong.
have the like mantis kind of spines for grabbing and holding onto prey.
A friend that had their mask cracked by a mantis shrimp.
Yeah, I
Whoa,
had a friend who
really?
had the same.
This is pretty
Yeah.
cool. This is going to rank up as one of my favorite animals
Okay, go wide video.
because when we were talking about our favorite
Mhm.
animals, I said mantis shrimp.
There's got some really cool polarization properties of
Oh, yeah, they've
their
got the
light. Yeah,
Craziest eyes.
yeah. And
So-
their shells have all sorts of reflective properties of how they polarize light that is instant to them. But I don't know if that's for communication or just something about their shell that's a bit more random.
All right. What else do we want to look at?
Have you seen a video of a mantis shrimp catching a fish?
I have.
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
Bonk.
Ready for a new ship move?
Yeah. Bridge nav.
Yeah, go for zoom video.
We like
Go for
a
zoom.
30-meter move 190. Thanks. It's adorable.
Hi.
What kind of crab is this?
It's like related to the king crabs.
Oh.
Hello.
It's so cute.
And is the fluffy stuff part
It's
of
got-
it, or has it got stuff growing
Is
on
that
it?
like
I think they have like
the
little
hair?
hairs
Okay.
wow?
on their legs. It's really cute. I
So
actually haven't
fuzzy.
seen one that looks like this before.
Go wide video. Going wide.
It looks like a paralomus, but
I think
not
we need to
quite.
get Adam the knitting pattern for that one.
Yeah, that would be cute.
Yeah. I think so.
All right. Let's big. Is
It has
that
a
an
really big
anemone is
anemone.
huge.
You kind of just want to like poke it.
Yeah. He's already retracted though.
Yeah.
It looks like
A pan.
a monkey. A monkey butt.
A monkey behind butt. Okay.
Do you remember you had those like
Yes.
water-filled sausage toy things that were
Oh,
like
yeah.
Oh my
with
gosh.
I don't even know what they were for, but it looks like one of
Just
those.
for fun fidgeting.
Yeah.
It just makes like, yeah, it would make for a really good stress ball, wouldn't it?
Yeah, right.
I got a big rock
That's a really big coral base, it looks like, that fell over.
Mm.
right in front of us. Yeah.
Yeah. Must have been huge.
Let's see, is there anything cool on top of the rock? Oh, there's another one.
Yeah, that's even bigger.
Oh, fish.
Ooh, yeah, that is a fish. Hello.
It's a morid or codling.
Go for zoom video. Zooming in.
What's its antenna for?
Oh, it's a dorsal fin. It's just a really thin dorsal.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
So they have a double dorsal, and the first dorsal is really thin.
Does the first one have a function with that pointiness, or just it's just what it is?
It's just what it is that they all have that. This one is particularly long. Might be a defining character for the species.
Hi.
Oh, there's really, really cute. See the little barbel on the chin too?
Yeah.
Little chin barbel.
All right, go wide video.
Go right.
Pretty.
Does the barbel have a function, like a lure or anything?
It acts as like sensory organ.
Uh-huh.
Someone just asked, is there a geologist on the team today?
Oh, that Chrysogorgia geniculata.
Well, we
So
have
fluffy.
Adam is a proper geologist who's on the other
Sitting
watch,
behind it,
and I've done a little in my time, but nothing I couldn't handle.
Not a great angle for it.
It's very densely
Did they have a geology
polyped.
question?
Go for zoom video.
I just wanted to know.
Just a quick one.
Oh, there's a tubularid on it. It's a type of hydrozoan.
All right, go wide video.
Go right.
All right.
Is that a very small snail on the rock just down
It's a
and to the
hermit crab.
right? It's a hermit crab.
Mhm.
I feel like we see way more hermit crabs than snails. Like, where are
Yeah.
all the snails?
I don't know. But we did get a couple cool snails.
We did get some cool snails.
Bridge nav. We'd like a 30-meter move 190.
Do the hermit crabs always use discarded shells, or do they hunt the snail and take its shell?
I think most of them find discarded snails, but if they wouldn't not eat a snail, probably be pretty delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Sure.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah, I would.
All right, here I'll.
Ugh,
All right.
look at that sponge.
Well,
The
here,
real
I'll
question should
auto-XY
be,
you right here.
Megan, do you want to pilot on a Sunday if you don't get ice cream?
If I put auto depth on, I need
And
to
the answer's
watch
still
my
yes, I think.
thing, right? So like, that's great. Okay, you got all your autos on, Megan.
Oh, feels good.
Okay, so Megan, the thing to watch out for here is just being a bit disciplined about staying out in front, just in case, because like we're looking at something pretty consistently rising in front of us. And to just take a note that the Atalanta tilt is not very responsive, so you may find yourself going off the front.
Okay.
Can you, Rye, get looking forward a little bit more so that it's easier for Megan to stay out front? Whatever amount of persuasion it takes to do that. Yeah, thank you. It may be necessary.
Well, I would like to zoom on this sponge.
This one right here?
Yeah.
You have only a quick zoom for this sponge,
Yeah.
and then you
I
have
just
to
want
get
to see
going.
the lattice. It's
Yeah, it's cool.
different than what I normally see. It's a type of Walteria sponge. Okay, cool.
Okay, time to get going. Nice. We'll keep that. Yeah, good. You need that because that's your bias gain enable. That gives you your joy gain and your Z bias. Rye, you can look down a little bit more if the tilt will allow you that granularity.
Can you give
Okay.
me a DVL reset?
Yes. There you go. Reset is in.
Chris, the question is,
Yeah.
is the density of living coral you're encountering what you would expect to see at this kind of depth?
Yeah, I'd say so. Doing pretty good.
Yeah,
with
Megan
the
thinks
corals
makes about
here.
sense.
And if the tilt is just never going to come back to life for you, you're going to be
we-
relying basically on DVL nav to
we
make
haven't
sure that
really
you
come
stay
very
out front.
much.
Okay.
We haven't come much shallower yet than we started. We're still within about 100 meters of our starting depth. But I think we're going to get up to about 500 meters at the top of this dive, so
Go for zoom.
there might well be
Super.
places where we're going to get to the right kind of rocky promontory. We might find a lot more in some places than others.
Look how long those pleopods are. So long. Okay, zoom out.
Zoom it out.
Okay, the move is almost done, so you can take your time and look at the things you want to look at.
Okay.
And then
I don't really
when you're
see
done looking at
anything
them,
over
we'll put
here.
in another move.
There's just what's sediment.
That tilt is impossible.
I think we can move.
You want the move?
Yeah.
Okay. How big of a moves were you putting in?
I was doing 30.
Bridge, nav. Can I get a 30-meter move going
190.
190? Oh my gosh, that tilt. This is so bad.
All right. Oh. All right.
Yeah.
Fine.
The thing is, like, it's very hard to replicate the issues there on deck.
Yeah, because it's so.
Just a different environment.
That is slightly ahead of me, Megan. So
Okay.
that view.
Okay, it looks like things are getting
Reference.
steep, so
I'm coming up a bit.
I might, Megan, do you know how fast these moves are going in? I missed it.
0.3.
Okay. Can you switch speed mid-move?
Yeah, you can have him adjust it.
Bridge nav. Can you change your speed to 0.2 knots, 0.2 knots? Sweet, he did it. Oh, Rye, I should have done a round of gauges before I left the seat,
Oh, that's
and I
okay,
did not.
can do that.
You scared that shrimp away. It's over here.
And Megan, do you know how to check to see the angle that the Atalanta camera is at? Do you know what camera that is? Do you know what I mean?
The angle that the Atalanta camera is.
Yeah, like how
pitched
tilted
down.
it is. Do you know how to see that?
It's in the
Okay,
gauge cam, right?
cool, great.
Yeah, normally in the past I would look at the slider, but I wouldn't look at that right now for your.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. So.
I'm gonna stop this move.
Okay.
Bridge nav. Hold position, please.
Is this back to being basalt?
Mm-hmm.
Looks very
Yeah,
pillowy.
these are proper pillows, aren't they?
If there's a loose rock around here, do you want it?
Yeah, maybe. Actually, let's just keep going till we get to waypoint 2 and then have a look around there.
Okay.
There's a lot of corals on these rocks.
Yeah. Corals like rocks.
Are these a different combination of corals that we were seeing before? Or is it
Is
still
there?
more
There's
of
a
the
lot
same?
of the same enallopsammia, and then this white one is an arella. It's type of pronoid coral,
Okay.
and I'm gonna center it up.
Not enough change to merit a new Niskin.
No, I think
Go
not.
zoom.
And also,
We're nearly
They've-
at the 880, we're nearly into the next
yeah, so
depth
we've
zone, aren't we?
thought
So-
that we're going to try to do one Niskin per depth zone,
So
but we
yeah.
have
looking
2
at
from
the
the first one,
polyps
so
here.
we'll have to skip
So
another
full.
depth zone, but spread them out through the whole seamount rise rather than have a lot down here.
Okay, let me zoom out.